Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Wealth Creation series. I'm your host Beck here at BeckRobbins.com. And for those of you who are just joining us, we're going over all the elements of what I like to call inspired wealth creation. So inspired wealth is very simply just being able to create wealth from exactly where you are and with exactly what you have. And the word inspired itself is an acronym that represents all those specific elements that need to be in place to be able to do this. So today we are on to the fifth core element, and it's represented by the letter I, and it stands for intention. So intention really refers to clarity and specificity. When we want to create a form of wealth, whether it's a wealth in our relationship, a wealth in our time, or a wealth of money, it's very, very important to have a clear intention. And that means knowing exactly what that wealth looks like, knowing exactly how that wealth feels as an outcome, and also knowing why that wealth is important to us. So for instance, if we just want to create, say, money, then that money might show up as a quarter on the street. And surely that's not specifically the type of money that you're after in terms of wealth that you want to create in your life. So you want to start asking yourselves, well, how much do I want to create? How often do I want that to come into my reality? What would that feel like? Would it be activate your generosity? Would it activate inspiration or relief? And finally, why would you like that form of wealth specifically? Now, this last piece is really important because it's a little bit of a rabbit hole that will take you to the true wealth that you're after. So for instance, you might want to create, say, an extra $5,000 a month. But if you ask, well, why? Why is it that I want to create that money? And say you want to save up for an education fund for your child, or you want to save up for a trip or some traveling. The truth is, if someone just took your child into their university of choice, or if someone just swept you away to your destination of choice, that wealth would be satisfied. So it's really about focusing on the true wealth that's underneath maybe the surface wealth that you're after. And understanding that when we focus on creating the true wealth at the core, that will open up to many, many other resource gateways that we may not see. If we're just focusing on money, we may not be open to other places where the final result could come from. Maybe someone has some extra points that they're about to expire and ready to give you. Maybe there's a bursary that's just waiting for your child to apply. So the more specific and the more intentional we can get around our wealth that we want to create, the more easily and the more energy can flow towards that reality for ourselves. So this, again, is very important when we're creating businesses or any other wealth gateway in a bigger sense, because if we're not specific about how we want to exchange value, how we want to give and receive in the world, then energy can become very dispersed and not very efficient. And so we end up hitting wealth walls and wealth blocks. So for those of you who have seen the Inspired Wealth intensive information and who would love to learn more about it, there are definitely links below for you to explore that to see if it resonates with you. And if not, definitely pop over to the Facebook page, send me a message directly with any questions you have about these elements and how they apply to you. And I look forward to seeing you at the next video. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.